Hey everyone, welcome back to Shade Review. In today's video, we are reviewing the Ray-Ban RB4321 Chromance sunglasses. And these have a really interesting style to them with this cool double bridge and kind of these squared off lenses. So let's go ahead and pop these frames on face and talk about the dimensions. These have 53mm lenses and a 21mm bridge. So these are the standard and only size of these sunglasses, and they're going to fit probably 90% of the population best. These frames also definitely have some flex to them as well, so they're going to kind of bend out and give a custom fit to the face as well. And I also believe you can actually heat up these frames and bend them to give them a custom fit as well. But right out of the box, they're going to fit most people really, really good. Now, one of the number one things about these frames for me is the weight. These frames are extremely lightweight. Even though they look kind of big and bulky, these frames come in at only 18 grams. So you can wear these frames all day long without any discomfort. Now, the exact colorway that I'm wearing in today's video have Ray-Ban's matte black frames, and then the lenses here are Ray-Ban's gray mirror silver lenses, which look really good, especially when wearing these outdoors. The lenses are going to kind of reflect whatever is around you, offering really interesting style, and this is going to change the way the lens looks depending on where you are at, of course. So that definitely is a really interesting style, and then that mirror also going to help reduce sunlight glare. Now, these lenses are Ray-Ban's Chromance lenses, and these are a polymer lens, so they're not going to have quite as good scratch resistance as an all glass lens would, but of course if this was all glass it would be way heavier than 18 grams. It'd probably weigh something closer to like 28 grams or more, and the frames would also be completely top heavy because of the heavy lenses there. Now, as far as optical clarity goes, these are still extremely clear. Everything looking through these is very sharp and nice, and they're also going to help increase the contrast, the clarity, and the colors. And these lenses are very similar to Maui Jim's neutral gray lenses to kind of give you an example of what these lenses are going to look like. Now, these frames are made in Italy, and they say here in the inner right temple of the frames, they say Ray-Ban Chromance made in Italy polarized, and they're of course going to have a Ray-Ban logo in the top right corner of the frames, and they also have a little P after that for, of course, polarized. And these are Chromance lenses. They also have a little Chromance logo here in the bottom left of the lens as well, and that makes the frames look a little bit noisy to me, a little bit kind of, you know, uneven. Now, you definitely can remove this lens if you're very careful. You can remove that. And if we take a look at the outside temple of the frames, we can see a Ray-Ban logo here in the middle of the outside temple. Typically, it's much more closer to the hinge, but here it's both on the left and right side, and it's on the middle, which is definitely, you know, kind of an interesting look. Now, as far as the build quality goes, these are built really well. Everything feels very premium and nice about these. They do feel very lightweight, but they don't feel like they're going to break very easily either. Now, they also do have fully adjustable nose rests. You can actually bend these out and adjust them to your liking, and they do have a little etched RB logo there for authentication purposes. Now, probably one of the big downsides of these frames is the fact they do have plastic hinges. So the hinges are actually plastic, even though they still feel pretty good. They still feel a little bit plasticky. They're not gonna feel quite as good as a metal hinge, but they do feel pretty decent considering that they are plastic. But yeah, that is definitely a downside, so they can break a lot easier than a metal hinge. And these frames do have a metal screw that holds them in, but I would definitely prefer an all metal hinge if I had the choice. Now, as far as coverage from the sun goes, these are not going to offer the best coverage from sun because they do have huge gaps that let sunlight in unprotected. Here up top we can see that big gap, and then here on the sides we can see a pretty big gap as well. So overall, not very good coverage. It's not the most practical pair of sunglasses as far as a coverage standpoint goes, but that's kind of offset by them being extremely lightweight, which makes them very practical. So definitely some pros and cons there. Now, as far as pricing goes, these are going to run around $239, which is definitely on the more expensive side for a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses, but there is definitely a lot of technology here going, and they also do have Ray-Ban's Chromance lenses, which are their most advanced lenses as well. Now, if you are interested in picking up a pair of these frames for yourself, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below directly to Ray-Ban's website, where they have a bunch of different really cool and pretty colorways of these frames. They make a beautiful blue lens color, and then also a light brown lens as well. So definitely want to go ahead and check that out if you are interested in buying a pair of these frames. But that's all we have for this video. Let me know what you think about these frames in the comment section down below. I am definitely interested to know. I personally do really like these, and I think they do look really good and kind of fun on the face as well. But yeah, that's all we have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give me a big thumbs up down below, and of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be notified every single time I upload a brand new video just like this one to our YouTube channel. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.